Hello all my planty friends. I thought I would do a video update and I couldn't think of anything specific to do a video on, so really I just want to show y'all just several different things going on in my greenhouse right now. I'll explain a little bit about, well, I'm not going to explain why it's a mess. It's a mess because I haven't been out here much, but I've got these containers of water everywhere. I've got some new holes in the roof, and so I'm collecting rainwater, and we've had rain for the last like 5 days. So anyway, just please ignore the mess. I have a list of stuff that I want to show you, and I just went ahead and made a list. So I'm just going to go through them. This is just a bunch of random stuff, but anyway, if you haven't been to this station before, or if you have but you're not subscribed, I would love if you would subscribe. I go over all sorts of stuff about succulents, and I can also do videos on just about anything you're interested in. So if you have any video ideas, let me know. Anyway, sorry, I'm just kind of picking around, but let me just go ahead and show you the first thing. But I promise, just don't say anything about the mess, okay? I'm trying to move slow because everyone always says they get dizzy when I move around. But I want to show you some seedlings that I have. I just planted these last either Wednesday or anyway, it's been less than a week. These are seeds of Orbea variegata. My friend gave me a bag of seeds, and she gave them to me last time, and I grew them, and they all grew into the Orbea variegata, aka the starfish plant. And she gave me another bag of seeds, and she said she thinks that's what they are, so I'm assuming that's what they are. Anyway, all I did was just use seed starting mix and put them in these containers and kept them in water so they soak. Now I just did these last night, so they'll sprout in a few days, but want to show you those. And also my starfish, one of them that I grew from her is actually blooming right now, so I'll show you that in a minute. But these are some of my baby desert roses. I've taken some out and moved them to other containers. I really need to move them to more sunlight, but look how chubby and fat they are. They're so cute. Anyway, okay, let me show you my starfish. Sorry about the mess, but I am going to start cleaning up around the floor after I get off of here for this video. So here's one of my starfish plants. It actually just bloomed the other day right here, and normally this thing just falls off, but I wanted to see if I could get a seed pod, so I've been purposely kind of doing this, thinking maybe I'll pollinate it. And so I think the fact that that thing is still on there, maybe I will get some seed pods this time. But anyway, you can tell that I have taken cuttings off this guy before in multiple places. That's okay, because of my friend, I have so many other ones. I actually planted those way back in December. I don't know why they're so slow, because I have some other ones that I planted from her in December that are huge. I think they are over here. Okay, this is one I also planted back then, and as you can see, I've even already taken cuttings off this one. I just like to share, and so anytime they start looking a little lanky, I will take some pieces off that. And they're so easy to root, but they're also super easy to grow from seed. So anyway, want to show you that. I also wanted to show you in a similar aspect. I've got my lifesaver plant, which is the zebrina, as you might know. It looks like it's actually going to get 2 blooms, but this one's closer to opening. This part's kind of turned red. The whole thing was almost red when I had it over on the other side of the greenhouse where it was sunnier, but it's starting to look a little bit happier ever since I moved it over here. So just waiting for this thing to pop. And anyway, they're super pretty. They call them the lifesaver plants, but got a few other ones of those that I took from, I think there's one. Yeah, there's one right there. Sometimes I just twist a little piece off and stick it in the dirt. And anyway, So yeah, I'm really getting into the Stapeliad types, and I will show you something else in a minute, but let me see what is next on my list. Okay, my Echinopsis bloom, my domino cactus, it actually bloomed this morning, and I didn't catch it until about 2 in the afternoon, but it still looked pretty, and it's actually got another bloom coming right here, so I'll get another one. And it's already bloomed a couple times this season, so I will embed a picture of that in there. Okay, so dead stuff. So my greenhouse does have some holes in the roofs. That's a shade cloth, and those are just leaves, but we had some pretty bad hail, and I had some holes in the roof in a few places, but just recently we had a bunch more hail, so now I've got all these other holes in there. And so what I've been doing is anywhere where a lot of water is coming in, I've been trying to move plants out of the way and put containers there. But I have lost a few plants just in the last few days. Like this is a Fred Ives, you can tell it's lost most of its leaves, and that one already has. So this was right underneath one of the drippy areas. The other ones in there are okay, but it just dripped right on that. So these are done for. And you can tell that the rot has moved all the way up to the top. So even those leaves probably won't propagate. But that is one of my dead things because of the holes. And then one of my favorites, the Echeveria lowy, it died. And this is the only stuff I got off of it. I think these seeds are, or I think these flowers are pollinated, so I'm gonna try to save those seeds and plant them. I do have a few lowies in the house growing under a grow light. And then these are the only leaves that just, at the time, they didn't really look like they had much rot on them, but now they're starting to look like they just, I'll probably just trash those. I do have other lowies, but man, it was looking so good, and it just happened to be right underneath one of the drippy spots. And I'm a little upset about it, but it's okay. Stuff happens. So anyway, that's a few of my dead things, but the lowy I think I was the most upset about. But luckily, not too long before the Fred Ives died, I took some cuttings, and so I've got a few little babies of those. But okay, gymno blooms. I got a couple of these at our last plant swap, but check this out. I've never had one of these do this before, so I'm really excited to see what these are going to look like. I think it's pretty thirsty, so I may water it afterwards. This one's, actually that one looks like it could be getting some, but this one for sure looks like it's getting something, so I want to show you that. And then this thing called Echeveria armans. So I ordered these from a friend who sells from California, and she was selling them as variegated ghost plants, but I knew right away they were not variegated ghosts. I have variegated ghosts, and these are different, and I just could not remember the name, but I'm pretty sure they are armans. Is it Graptopetalum or Graptoveria? I'll look it up. There's another one. I got a few of them, and then I gave a few to a friend. But variegated ghost plants look more like this, and I've got those kind of all over the place. I got really lucky because I got this one container a while back. It was just an arrangement, and it had all these ghost plants, and they all started variegating. Oh, there's another one of my Fred Ives. But anyway, all over the place in the greenhouse, I have variegated ghosties. So I knew that one was not it, but they're really cool. They just came in the other day, and yeah, they already have roots. So I'm not gonna pick at them. But they're super pretty, and you can see they've got kind of like a darkish green band, and then they're yellow on each side. Are kind of variegated on each side, so they're different from the variegated ghosts. Oh, and then I had one down here that I just cut off a plant and propagated, but you can see the difference. They're both super pretty, but anyway. Okay, and then the last thing I wanted to show you was this, well, okay, you know, I've only had a few like Stapeliad types, for the last several years. I had the Lifesaver, the Starfish, and then like Red Dragon. And I was on this succulent group, and I was asking people if they had any kind of new stuff. Oh, here's a bunch more of those starfish seeds, by the way. I tried to plant a ton, but I still have a ton left. Anyway, I met this guy on the group, and he's a super nice guy, and he had a huge collection of different like Huernias and Stapeliads, and he actually sent me a huge box of cuttings for free, and I want to show you some of them. Now, most of them have not made roots yet, well, at least a lot of them haven't, which is why I have them under these shelves. And I'm not even going to try, because I know I'm going to butcher the names, but okay, that one doesn't have an idea, okay, that's Orbea. I already have that. This is a Mutabilis Orbea, Schwein, Furthia, I believe, Macrocarpa, okay, I can say that, Procumbens, that's one, what is that, it's hard to tell, Oculus, it's an Oculus hybrid. They are super pretty. They are white with like a black rim. Demary, I'm sorry if I'm saying these horribly. Hardii, what is this? Threadii, there's another Threadii. And then Canensis. Okay, and then that's not even all. So underneath this part, there are even more. Now these are just cuttings from my starfish that I wanted to make more of. There's a Mutabilis and another Threadii, and that's another starfish. Or no, sorry, Lifesaver. Threadii, I got a lot of those. There's another Procumbens. There's a Pendurata. I can't even say it. Lutea. What do we got here? So basically they're under here, Orbea speciosa, because this doesn't get as much light, and I don't want them to dry out before they get roots. So some of them do have roots. Like I've pulled, that one probably doesn't, but like some of them do. I've been checking them, and some of them. Okay, I think that one does, but I'm not going to mess with them for a while. This is a Shinzii. Oh, don't make me say these. Anyway, this guy has totally helped me expand my collection so much. There's another Schweinfurthii, some baby ones. Oh, and this is a Edithcolia grandis. You've probably heard of those. It's called like the Persian carpet or the Persian rug. This one does not have roots yet. I keep checking it. I'm so excited for this one, but checking it all the times. Ouch! That actually, I didn't think that was sharp, but I've never grabbed it that hard. So anyway, this guy, he was so cool. He gave me literally all those for free. So I am very thankful, and don't even ask who he is. I can't tell, but he is definitely a really cool plant friend of mine now, and I'm very lucky to have met him. Oh, and then I have a big grandiflora over there. There it is. And then I have there's another red dragon. Let me see if there's a red dragon. That's a small one, but I have some other ones over here. Oh, and then one of my friends, Lily, gave me this black bells, and it was just a little piece, but now it's made these 3 little branchies right here, so I'm very happy about that. Anyway, so even though Echeverias are still my favorite, I do really like these guys and these weirdo guys. That's another grandiflora. I don't even know what that one is, but anyway. I just want to show you a little bit about what's been going on. I've got lots of other stuff going on, but I really need to clean and try to pick up these dead plants and figure out what I'm going to do with all this rainwater. And I knew I hadn't made a video in a while, so I thought I would. I also have been cutting pups off of other plants. I got these off my beheaded plants the other day. This is actually, none of these even have roots yet, but they're so cute, and I just can't stop. That one's got a teeny tiny root. Okay, anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you have any video suggestions, definitely leave me a comment, but I would love if you would subscribe. I got over 9,000, so the next big goal is 10,000, and I can't wait to get there, and I know you guys can help me. But like I said, thank you for watching. If you have any video ideas, please comment, or just comment and let me know what you think of this video. So I will see you soon, and you have a great Memorial Day weekend. Bye-bye.